Hey everybody, it's Taylor. Welcome back to My Life with Plants. I think it's no secret that I'm a bit of an amateur. Honestly, I think I'm more like an amateur's assistant. Compared to a family friend of ours who is a fourth generation farmer, his family has over 200 years of experience. I have this much, a few years of experience. I have made more than my fair share of mistakes already. Which I know, is something that you're supposed to do as a beginner. But I hope I'm not the first to admit that it's honestly kind of disheartening making mistakes. This is technically the first year that I'm actually growing things at my farm. Last year I planted some pumpkins and some radishes just as an experiment to see if things would grow, and they did. So this year I wanted to expand. The piece of land that our farm is on actually used to be an old dairy farm, and then it was turned into a horse farm. So it is not the proper soil for growing produce. I have a very long, very arduous journey ahead of me when it comes to gardening. I thought that I would take the time to tell you some of the beginner mistakes that I have made recently. So without further ado, let's get into the video. I've recently had kind of an epiphany. I used to think that this YouTube channel would be a place where I taught others how to garden, but this summer, I kind of realized that I'm still learning myself, and there is so much that I still don't know. I don't come from a family of farmers, and I don't have much of a background in farming either, besides for what I've learned in school and my experience on my own home garden. So instead of trying to be a teacher for people who don't know what they're doing, as a person who doesn't know what she's doing, I've decided that I want to use this YouTube channel as a video journal to document my ups and downs on the farm, my journey, what works for me and what hasn't. And I hope that from that, somebody will learn something eventually. But let's be honest, it'll probably be me. The first lesson I wanted to share is learning to use the resources that you have in front of you. I used to think that I could probably do this all by myself, though now I know I can't. Because big tasks often require even bigger equipment, and sometimes you may not know how to use that equipment. And that's where asking for help becomes a great place to start. Resources like friends, family members, YouTube videos, books can help you to understand and complete tasks that you may not be comfortable with doing. Not everything is going to work out perfectly on the first try, and that's still something I'm trying to get used to. Like I said, this is a journey, and often during a big journey, you're going to have to ask for directions, even if you don't want to or think that you could do it on your own. But isn't it even more fun to travel with friends and family members anyways? The next lesson I wanted to share is about journaling, actually, which is pretty fitting for this video. When I worked at another person's farm last summer, they had me write a daily farm journal to give to the next gardener. I wrote about what I weeded, what I watered, what I planted, pretty much everything that I did in the garden. This journal also had a detailed map of where everything was planted in the garden. This is helpful for several reasons, including crop rotation and not forgetting where things are. That is something I've done before. Okay, as you can tell, working at a farm is a lot of work. And that is something I did not anticipate. I mean, I've weeded a garden before, but it's never taken me a full day. But this is something that I really care about, and I want the farm to succeed. So I guess we better get back to work right after a few more swings. That's so much fun. The last lesson I wanted to share is a little bit cheesy, but we're in Wisconsin, so it fits. This lesson is about believing in yourself and also having patience. Being a person who is not patient in the slightest, being a gardener is the most difficult and most rewarding thing I've ever done. And I'm only 19, so I can say that. It's gonna take a lot of hard work and it's gonna take a lot of time, but your garden will grow and so will you. So have fun with it and get growing. That is all for today's video. I hope you guys continue to watch me on this journey I call My Life with Plants. Bye!